And we also saw a lot of the children in the community. And the amazing thing to me about the children there was their resilience. After all that they've been through and all that they've experienced and seen and lost, they were just so happy to just be alive and to have people who were willing to come and spend time with them and just share a little part of our lives with them. They were just so thankful for that. And like I said in some of my stories that I wrote, there's a huge difference in the children there and the children here in America. We here in America have everything that we need and pretty much everything that we could ever want. And the children in Haiti have very little, very little. They were privileged to have 2 meals a day. Most of the time they would only get one, and that was inside the orphanage. Outside the walls of the orphanage, children were lucky to even have 1 meal a day. And so you can just tell in these children that the little bit that they do have, they are so thankful for. And the children that we worked with in the orphanage, it was a Christian orphanage, and so you could just see that the joy of Christ really shined through the little bit that they did have, and they were just so thankful for any help that they could get. We saw one little boy who had a hernia and an enlarged liver, and he just looked really sad and pitiful, and just, you know, without the doctors on our team being there to even look over this little boy, his condition would have never been realized. He could have died in a week, he could have died in a year. We don't really know, God has control over that, but our doctors, seeing this little boy, gave the leaders at the orphanage the opportunity to realize what he needed and to take him to a doctor and get him checked out. At the hospital where the other half of the team worked, they had incredible stories there. They dealt a lot more with people who were directly affected by the earthquake, buried under rubble for days, and just very tragic stories. And they had one lady, her name was Miss Leone, and they just told us about how this lady was buried under rubble for 4 days with no water and no food, and she survived and was pulled out. She had several really large wounds that had to be closed. While our team was there, she had the wound in her knee closed, and the doctors didn't have any anesthesia or anything to numb the wound, but they said that the second she came out of surgery, she just had a big smile on her face. She was just so thankful to have people who were willing to spend their time when they could have been on vacation or anywhere else to heal her wounds, and not only her physical wounds but her emotional wounds, just to spend time talking with her and hearing about her experience there. I went there expecting and hoping that I could help to change a life, or, as many lives as possible, but I left and I know that I was changed more than I changed anyone else. And I just think that's God's way of working through His people. When you're willing to sacrifice your time and your effort and follow God's will for your life, He uses that to change you and to shape you and to grow you into something greater.